Time and food are running out in Gaza. Ahmed Al-Sher is the deputy head of this neonatal ACU. We have approximately 3 or 4 babies per incubator, he says. There's no oxygen, milk, or special medication. We sometimes have to choose whose conditions will allow them to live and whose won't. Bombed out infrastructure and lawlessness have impeded food delivery, with aid groups wary of trucking up north where it's most badly needed. As an emergency alternative, the U.S. and several other countries are airdropping food and supplies. It's not only extremely limited and costly, it's dangerous. The Hamas-run Health Ministry says at least 8 people have been killed by falling cargo after parachutes malfunctioned. Those hazards are one reason the U.S. military, with no boots on the ground, will establish a temporary pier off the coast of Gaza so that aid can be delivered by sea. But the equipment to build it has just shipped from Virginia, and construction is weeks away. Not in time for the start of Ramadan, the Islamic holy month, a time of prayer and fasting and also high tensions as a result of Israel's restrictions to places of worship in Jerusalem. The Biden administration has been scrambling for a ceasefire in exchange for the release of dozens of Israeli hostages, still in Hamas captivity for 5 months. Israel's inability to rescue them has sparked months of tense protests led by their families. Despite Israel's punishing airstrikes and ground offensive that the World Food Program warns have pushed a quarter of the population to the doorstep of famine, Hamas has refused to make a deal. Summer Sinajwali is an activist with the Palestinian political party Fatah in the West Bank.
I wish the Americans will be able to put more pressure in the coming few days and rescue the whole region from an explosion. It's a ticking bomb situation, and I am worried.
It's a ticking time bomb.
Nobody can tell you what could happen. Something will happen.
A ticking time bomb that many fear could go off here in Jerusalem, Margaret. Hamas is trying to rally Muslims around the world over access restrictions to the Old City, even though they remain unchanged from previous Ramadans. Hamas is calling this month the month of victory and the month of jihad.